Chris, we've talked before, and one of the really interesting things about chronic kidney disease of unknown etiology is there are a lot of researchers working on this in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to ask you how you see your research really complementing and building upon some of the other work that has maybe already been going on or that's going on tangentially to yours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So, chronic kidney disease, or CKDU, has, been an area of intense research and focus for investigators across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's sort of two specific things that we're working on. One is trying to develop, better diagnostic tools with the hope of being able to diagnose pre-symptomatically. One of the tragic things with CKDU is that it can be quite asymptomatic until late in the disease. And so individuals can present where they seem, by all accounts, pretty normal with a sudden onset of really complete renal failure. And if you could identify that early on, if you could identify an indicator or a test that would predict whether an individual is likely to develop the disease or has indications, then that would enable targeted intervention. So that's one area, is trying to develop the most appropriate or new ways to diagnose the disease. The other major issue with chronic kidney disease, as the name of unknown etiology, as the name implies, is that we, don't know what is causing it, and trying to understand that in a human population where individuals are exposed to a complex environment, and there are many potential factors that could be leading to the development of the disease. And as a result, it can be very difficult to disentangle all of the multiple potential causes. So our approach has been to try to develop a model system so that we can test different potential causes and see whether they lead to some of the effects that we see in chronic kidney disease.
So in a way, your research, once again, it is building upon those other studies that are, say with metabolomics, that are taking urine samples that are looking for some of the biomarkers, or other areas within medicine that are already looking at kidney disease. You're trying to find the mechanism for some of the degradation of the kidney and some of the ways that the kidney stops working the way it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. So we have there are different types of kidney disease, and
Sure.
and you're familiar. Diabetes is a major cause of kidney disease, hypertension, and there are also several autoimmune disorders which can result in kidney disease. And those have been well studied, and people are working and have worked on developing biomarkers or basically tests to try to identify the effects on the kidney. It turns out that at this point, the effects of CKDU on the kidney are distinct from the effects that are seen from diabetes, from hypertension, and from immune disorders. So part of our work is, although we can build on work on the kidney that have already been done in terms of some of the biomarkers, we also are interested in trying to identify biomarkers that will help us differentiate this disease from the other diseases.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for taking a few minutes aside from the meeting, and thank you for being here at the State of the Science meeting, and it was a pleasure chatting.
Sure.